You talked about the physicality before the game. How do you feel your guys lived or met that physicality?
Well, I think we struggled with their physicality. I thought ours was pretty good, though, on the other end. I mean, we turned them over 20 times. They turned us over 19, you know. So I thought both teams defensively, I saw physicality. We just didn't handle it, you know, very well offensively. So just got to go through it, you know. They had their hands all over Murph and Fears and Queen, and, you know, that's what they do to every team, though. You just got to go through it and figure it out. So, you know, we'll get better from this, and but they do it, you know, as well as anybody. And we're trying to replicate it ourselves. We're trying to look this, you know, this way over time. So I thought our guys in general battled defensively tonight.
Now, what did you think of just the job Micah did? The career highs in points and rebounds. We know what he brings on the defensive end, but what was it like seeing him?
He was a player out there. He looked like he belonged in that fist fight. He didn't back down, you know, made shots, made the right play, simple plays, competed defensively. I thought he was fantastic.
Zion wasn't able to finish, but what do you think about just the effort to even try to go deal with the illness?
It's great. Like he battled through, you know, illness and gave us his best shot. You know, obviously he couldn't go in the second half, but you know, he's trying to give us everything he has every day, and he continues to battle.
And there were some possessions, especially in the second half, where you're just getting late in the shot clock and not getting good shots. What you kind of
their hands, their physicality, their defense. If you watch them, you know, consistently throughout the year, they do this to a number of teams. We had the ball in our guys' hands. We were trying to get it to the right people, and they just overwhelmed us at times. And I thought we did that to them at times as well. You know, we had some shot clock violations going the other way ourselves. You know, I think we were battling, we were contesting. Offensively, we had a hard time, unless we were in transition. You know, we got out in transition. We had some good looks, but in the half court, they put their hands all over us. That's a grown team. That's a grown team of men that, you know, were extremely physical and aggressive, and we got to continue to try to help them. That's my job. You know, we got to do that.
Earlier in the season, the third quarter was an issue. Now that's mostly been rectified. You don't win it tonight, but the issue seems to have transferred to the first. You guys are getting off the slow starts. Teams are pulling away at like 10, 12 points, and then you will eventually make the gap up later on. But just what do you think of the
It's tough to play from behind every night. 13-0 tonight, you know, 12-2 other nights. Like, at some point, that group's got to make a stand, or, you know, I got to pivot, you know, and that's what I got to look at and see how to rectify that and correct that. But you don't want to start that way. It's deflating for your team. There's a responsibility in how you start the game on both ends. So it's something I'll continue to look at.
Do you believe in the concept of a rookie wall? And how do you feel like, you know, at this point, Fears and Queen are 2 and 3 in minutes played on your team. Probably the most amount of basketball they played in compressed time, and most intense basketball they've played. Just how do you feel like they've kind of holding up to the rigors of the NBA season?
It's a challenge for any rookie, you know, and especially rookies that are starting. I believe right now we play the second most amount of rookie minutes in the NBA. They played a lot of minutes. They've had usage at a point guard spot, at the 5 spot. It's a tremendous amount on them, and I think they've handled themselves great. You know, it's a learning curve on their mental side, on the body, on the travel, learning the NBA, the tendencies. It can be overwhelming at times, but what I'll give them credit for is they keep showing up, they keep wanting to learn, they want to grow, they want to get better. Is there a rookie wall for everybody? I think in general, I think any young guy goes through these moments, you know, where it's tough, you know, but these are both resilient kids. They're tough, they're physical, they work, they care, and we just got to continue to lean into that. You know, we got to fight through that, through the fatigue. I think they probably played over a college season already, and they have another college season ahead of them. Doesn't get any easier, you know. But it's a mental grind right now more than anything. They got to just stay with it. We're here to support them, love them, push them, coach them. But this is the NBA, you know, and nobody's feeling sorry for you. You just got to keep plugging along. But I think they're doing fantastic.
JB, going back to that physicality for a second, the Pistons lead the league, I think, in giving up the most free throw attempts per game. Is that a trade-off you'd be willing to learn or live with? Is that kind of the style you would prefer, being more physical but giving up a few
I'll
more
take
free
that.
throws?
I'll take that. I fit more in line with that. more than anything, to build the identity first. I think as you build the identity, I don't know where they're at. I think to your point, they do rank pretty high in that, and they're willing to live with it. I think you almost teach the league your identity as you go, and you tend to get away with some stuff as you go. I mean, this is like the old Utah Jazz. They're not going to call every foul, you know. I don't think the NBA wants to have every possession with a foul in it. So let's push the let's push the limits there a bit. So yes, we want to foul more. We want to be more aggressive. We want to put our hands on them. I saw it tonight. I think tonight was an example of that. I think we reflected, the principles we're looking for defensively tonight against a very good team, offensively and defensively.
What can you say about Kevon Looney? He doesn't get a ton of minutes, but he always seems ready to play whenever he has 4 and 7 and 10 minutes tonight.
Amazing pro. I mean, we're fortunate to have Looney on this roster. So to be able to call on him at any time, obviously, I'm sure he wishes he was out there consistently, every single night, and he could be. But he handles himself as a pro. He's always ready to go. He works on his body, works on his craft, cares about this team, coaches them. I couldn't be more thrilled to have him on this roster. Good. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.